Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, Siriana Tarot. This is going to be a general love and romance reading for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs for the month of February 2020. I just want to thank you guys for all of the love and support that you guys show my channel. I couldn't do this without you, and it just really means the world to me that you guys are on this journey with me. So thank you. All right, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this reading. While I'm doing it, I'm going to ask that you guys give this video a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, comment, share, ring that notification bell if you guys want to get updates whenever I upload anything new. And I'm going to pull an overall energy oracle card for this reading from the deck. It's El Ki, I think that's how it's pronounced, but I could be butchering it all the same. So let's go ahead and see what overall energy card do we need, what overall message do we need for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs for February 2020, love and romance. All right, and here we have she who is wild, sauvage, untamed, wild, and mysterious. Sounds pretty Sagittarian to me. You guys are my explorers, always going after expansion, traveling, new ideas. I love this. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and pull tarot cards for you guys as well. So we're going to ask spirit, angels, ancestors, loved ones, spirits past, and our spirit guides, what messages do you have for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs for general love and romance, February 2020? What messages do you have for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs, love and romance, February 2020. What messages do you have for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs, love and romance, February 2020? I like it. 10 of Swords in reverse, 7 of Cups, 2 of Swords. Experiencing a little bit of confusion here, you guys. Nice. All right. Some of you guys might be traveling, or somebody might be traveling to see you, but let's go ahead and look at the bottom of the deck. Overall energy for this tarot reading. So we have the 10 of Pentacles, which is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, and I really like this because remember, we have this Savage card, she who is wild, untamed, wild, and mysterious. The 10 of Pentacles in the upright is traditional family values. It's that traditional family. It's, you know, the house, the car, the white picket fence, the 2.5 kids, the dog. The 10 of Pentacles in reverse is you bucking the system. This is you doing it your way. This is you running off with the circus. This is you doing things that are unconventional. Remember, we are supported by that energy with the Aquarius season, you know, not really caring about convention, not caring what other people think we should do or want us to do, but what's doing best for us, what makes us joyful, what makes our soul smile, what needs do we have to fulfill, okay? And oftentimes they're not going to be run-of-the-mill, conservative, conventional things that we're doing, and that's coming out loud and clear here with this Savage card. All right, you know, people might look at you as wild. They might look at you as like, oh my gosh, what are you doing? This is also that energy of leaving Capricorn, you know, the patriarchy, the rules, you know, sort of things that are more uptight, and moving into this more sort of season of Aquarius where we just, you know, we're just freer, we do more what we want. And you guys are really experiencing that, I think, on not just a romantic level, but I think on, you know, a lot of other levels as well, emotional, psychological, and physical levels. Okay, the 8 of Wands, I love this. This is my law of attraction card. This is your energy. It's Sagittarius, Aries, Leo, and it's all about things happening really quickly. So I feel like some of you might have made a decision, or maybe you guys were, you know, you guys were experiencing a sense of confusion, or you are experiencing a sense of confusion. But as soon as you guys get that aha moment, you know which direction you're going to move in. It's going to move in very quickly. And this is something that you've been manifesting, and the importance of you detaching. Again, Aquarius season is the season of detachment. It's the sign that's most attached of all. I've got to go do this. I'm going to go do it. don't really care what anybody thinks or feels about it, okay? The Five of Wands in reverse, this is, maybe in your environment, you're probably walking away or leaving a toxic environment, okay? Something that wasn't allowing you to move forward. And in your love life, it could have been a toxic relationship, or it could be a relationship that you have, toxic belief patterns or behaviors that you have within a love relationship or towards love. We have the Lovers card, which is Gemini energy, making a very, very important decision, but it could also indicate that you do have, a life partner, a soulmate, a twin flame that's coming towards you, or as a result of this. High Priestess energy. I absolutely love the High Priestess energy. This is all about trusting your intuition. This is you, this higher knowing, and you being really okay with maybe not knowing everything, but just sort of trusting your gut, trusting your instincts, being in that High Priestess energy. Also understanding that there are many things that are going on behind the scenes to make this a reality, or for you to manifest for your highest good. Okay, I love it. I love this energy, Sag. It's really fun. It's really beautiful. The Ten of Swords energy, that is your energy in this reading, and this is all about release. This is something coming to an end, and this is you detaching. This is you releasing. All right, this is Libra, Gemini, Aquarius energy, but this is this is something coming to an end, and you just being like, oh, thank goodness, now I feel free. And again, with this untamed, wild, mysterious, this is very, very High Priestess energy. We see these columns, you trusting your intuition, you also understanding that you don't have to know everything, that you might not be able to know everything, or you can't know everything that's going on, but just trusting yourself and trusting the process. Okay, and this, in you just really freeing yourself. I see that. But in your surroundings, I do see a lot of blessings. This is Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy. You might have a lot of options in love, or you might have a lot of, you just have a lot of options in love, but it could be as far as people, or it could be like lots of different things that you love. And I feel like you feel like you're going to be okay no matter which one you choose. But I do feel like you're taking some time, making that decision. I feel like once the decision is made, you guys are going to be like just, off the charts, going for it, trusting your intuition, moving very, very quickly, right? Towards a new love relationship, or just to a happier, healthier place for you, where you're going to manifest and attract people and things that are at the same level. But what's blocking you guys, this Two of Swords energy, is making a decision. And I feel like right now there's something that you're very confused about. As you're releasing, something has ended. As you're releasing, you might just have a lot of different offers in love, or you just might have a lot of options. You might feel like there are a lot of different places you can go. And for some of you, Sag, I get like you're not even worried about love. Like, even though this is a love and romance reading, you're kind of like, wow, I just dodged a bullet. I just got out of that. I just released all of this negative energy. I'm not sure if I even want to enter into a loving relationship, or I want to even concern myself with that, because there's so much for me to do, and there's so much that I have to fulfill within myself. Okay, so I think you're having a hard decision, making a commitment, or figuring out exactly where it is you want to go, or what direction you want to move in. In your foundation, we have the Five of Swords. This is Venus in Aquarius, and this is somebody who's kind of running from love. And that's kind of why I got the message I just gave to you, that some of you might not even be that concerned with love at this time, or bringing about romance. I think you're more concerned with fulfilling your emotional and spiritual needs, or maybe, your financial needs, working on your resources, because I feel like you've just been through something that was really intense, an ending. You've finally released sort of that negative energy. And a lot of people might be attracted to your energy, or want a piece of you, Sagittarius, because you guys are untamed, wild, and mysterious, and you're really trusting your instincts and your intuition. But this Five of Swords energy is like, you know what, I'm leaving behind this toxic energy. I'm leaving behind people who don't love me the way that I love them. I'm leaving behind the illusions. I'm leaving behind toxic behaviors, relationships, people who are doing things that only serve their higher good and not taking me into consideration. And I'm going to do me. All right. In your recent past, we have your card. We have the Temperance card. This is Sagittarius. This is healing. This is balance. So whatever this situation that, that is ending, that you're releasing, it had you out of balance. It had you out of touch with your own spirituality, with your own health. It might have had you reacting negatively rather than, being patient, being calm, seeing what the best course of action was. I feel like, it had you on, it had like all of your nerve endings, on edge, like just reacting, fighting, arguing, feeling bad, disappointed. It really took you out of your own energy. Yeah. And I think you fought long and hard to bring this balance back. This is an energy that's behind you now, and so now you are, you're finding that balance, you're releasing it, but you do feel a little bit confused because I feel like this was, this was a relationship or behavior pattern that you had within love that, was something that was quite a long time. So it had become body memory, or you had created the neural pathways to feel a certain way. Okay. And so now you have to sort of bring yourself back into balance, but you're crowned by the Fool. You are up for the adventure. You're like, you know what? I don't care. Some of you are going to be taking trips. Some of you might be going to South or Central America. Some of you might be going to Asia. Some of you might be going to Africa, but I don't see you guys like going on a cruise. I see you guys going somewhere that's really fun, really amazing, that's totally like off the beaten path. Some of you might be soul searching. Some of you might be, going on spiritual retreats. Some of you might be doing humanitarian work, which is going to be really inspired by this Aquarius season. But I see, you bucking the system, you leaving convention, into the wind and, doing your own thing, and doing what's best for you, Sagittarius. Some people are going to see as wild and untamed, but it's going to be perfect for you. And it's going to bring about the completion that you need. This World card. This World card is travel. This is, or if you're in a relationship, this is how it's going to be repaired, and it's going to give you the healing and taking this relationship to the next step by being spontaneous, by being wild, by thinking outside of the box. And I really love this energy for you because this is this ultimate completion. And this is you coming into your own. This is you leaving heartbreak and disappointment and struggle and strife and toxic energies behind you. And that's really, really beautiful, Sag. And I know you guys are going to be very happy with this. So, I love this. Whoops. So, man, should I take them? I'm not going to. I should have. I'm not going to. I'm going to pull 4 cards. But I did like it. We saw the Sun card. We saw healing. Spirit wants me to do this. Envy. All right. 20. All right. So I feel like also, the negative, I feel like you guys are part of what you're leaving behind is envy. I feel like some of you, when you were in an imbalanced state, that you guys were feeling envious of others who were, running off and traveling, or in these like happy, healthy relationships, or others that were content with their lives, as, the status quo. And I feel like, you decided to leave that behind and say, you know what, I'm going to reevaluate feeling envious of anybody else, and I'm going to make others envious of me. And obviously that not being the sole purpose of you doing what you're doing, but sort of engaging with that emotion, doing the shadow work, checking to see why you might have felt that envy, and then correcting it, and then doing what you needed to do in your life so that you didn't feel the need or don't feel the need to compare yourself to others. And I really, really like that. For others of you, there may have been that negative energy that you were anchored in, may have been receiving envy from others, and you might be getting, some people might, look at what you're doing, the risks that you're taking, the traveling, the movement, the enlightenment, taking your relationship to the next level, or whatever it might be. I think some people are going to see it as unconventional, but I think there will be some people who will be envious of your ability to do it so seamlessly. All right, and here we have the 5th chakra, Archangel Gabriel. I love that. 39 breaks down to a 12, which breaks down to a 3. This is growth. This is expansion. This is you standing in your truth. This is you being your authentic self. Again, leaving that imbalance, leaving Sagittarius that was turned upside down in the past, turning yourself right side up, being authentic, standing in your truth, you doing you, not worrying about anybody else. And that's going to bring about this World card and this ultimate sort of closure and expansion and growth, enlightenment, movement forward. Okay. And yeah, some people are going to see it as wild and untamed. Yeah, but you know what? Doesn't really matter. We have the thinking woman. Number 47 breaks down to an 11. Remember, 11 is a portal or a gateway to walk through. It can also be the call to initiation and passage. So you really moving forward, okay, after a moment of sort of feeling, you know, once you're able to work through sort of the confusion of what it is, you know, you need to do, you know, some spiritual unfoldment is going to be involved. And you know, an 11 is like a double challenge and new beginnings, but you're being challenged to move forward and to move upward. There may be a woman involved that's going to help you. You know, she's somebody who's very thoughtful, very wise, who has a lot of the information that you might be seeking, that's going to lead you to a transformation, and she's going to lead you up these stairs. Again, these stairs take you to the World card, to your ascension, to your growth, to, you know, your spiritual evolution. All right, so really nice. Or that could be your feminine side as well. Remember, we all have masculine and feminine energies. Okay, so it could just be your feminine side working, you know, to balance things out and saying, hey, this is where we're going to go. This is what we need to do. We don't care if they how they label us. It's what we have to do. All right, and then we have number 9, we have broken heart. Interesting. You know, so this energy, I really feel like this is an energy that you're moving out of, because we do have this, I think you were previously, you know, you felt like you know, your heart was broken at the bottom of the deck, door to personal healing and happiness. So I feel like you guys are also healing a broken heart. And some of you might be leaving behind this sadness and the sorrow and this disappointment. And some people might say like, oh, well, he or she is just reacting to this broken heart. You know, they're acting kind of crazy, or they're, you know, overcompensating for that. But that's not what's going on at all. Okay, this is you being authentic to, you know, being true to yourself, speaking your truth, and doing what you have to do to open up that door to personal healing and happiness, enlightenment, walking away from envy, walking away from toxic situations. Okay, and walking into, you know, your destiny, Sag, which you guys are creating. And again, not everybody is going to be in agreement. Not everyone's going to look fondly. Some people will be jealous that you have, you know, that you know what to do it. You have the gall, you have the courage. Okay, additional messages for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs, February 2020, love and romance. True love. This is the romance of a lifetime. Some of you might be getting together with somebody who is unconventional, someone that maybe not a lot of other people approve of. Okay, but Spirit is saying this is true love. This is a romance of a lifetime. Or in doing this, in taking this risk, okay, once you move out of this sort of confusion, you make the decision to walk away from all the negative energy that you had been experiencing. Once you speak your truth, you stand in your truth, that there's a true love that's coming to you. Really nice, Sag. All right, and then we have unrequited love. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. Yeah, and I feel like also, you know, I was sort of channeling with this 9 of Pentacles. Look at this. Stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. And I feel like you guys are doing that. But I also was channeling with this broken heart, this 9 of Cups, that you also might be breaking someone's heart. Right? And when I say that, it doesn't mean please don't take on the guilt or the responsibility. Okay, as long as you're doing the right things, you're not actively hurting anybody. But I feel like someone who's going to be envious of you and you being authentic and you speaking your truth and you going after what it is that you need to fulfill your desires and your needs, that you're going to be leaving somebody behind. Okay, and somebody, you might be leaving someone feeling a bit defeated and maybe a little bit of a broken heart. But if they can't meet your needs, they can't meet your needs. And it's not your responsibility to try to make them do that or try to change anybody. Your only responsibility to changing anyone is to changing yourself, your actions, where you are. And I see, Sagittarius, if you're not happy, and you weren't, you were turned upside down, and you're experiencing a bit of confusion, because I do think you are worried about, you don't want to hurt anybody else, but you have to do what's right for you. Okay, you have to do what's right for you, regardless of how anybody else is going to feel or how anybody else takes that, obviously within reason, without hurting anybody. But we all know that that's what I'm talking about, right? So again, I feel like some of you might be leaving a relationship where there wasn't enough attraction or chemistry to keep things going, but there was some sort of sense of obligation or comfort that was within this relationship, and you're like, Aquarius energy, I gotta go, I'm sorry, and I'm sorry that, even if I'm sorry if it does hurt, but this is necessary. And I feel like, Sag, it's necessary for your survival. Okay, and I don't mean that anybody's in imminent danger, I'm not getting that message, but I'm getting that, for your personal healing and your personal happiness, this is what you have to do. So don't feel bad about it. Divination, prophecy, fate, destiny, future fortune. I love that. So you guys are really paying attention to the signs, the synchronicities. For some of you, it's a confirmation that this reading, if this is resonating with you, that there's really good things coming to you. Future fortune, the World card, the Fool card. You need to take this risk. You've heard the message. This should be confirmation for you, if it's resonating with you, to take those steps to doing what is necessary for you, leaving a situation behind. Okay. And for some of you, you might be empaths, you might be fellow readers as well, or energy workers. So it's really important that you're paying attention to the signs and the synchronicities. And also remember, in the crux of this reading, in the center of it, we have the Seven of Cups and we have the Two of Swords. And both of those are very confusing energies. And you're being held back by not making a decision or not being able to see clearly. So really, here she's listening and she's looking. The importance of gaining clarity, whether that's through meditation, through prayer, through journaling. Okay, please make sure that, Sag, if you guys are feeling confused, make sure that you can quiet yourself enough to receive the information that you need, to receive the messages that you need. All right. And Imrama, wonder voyage, crossing deep waters, pilgrimage, journey of the soul. Exactly. You guys are moving on up. You're moving out. You're moving up. You're moving to different places. I feel like this journey is going to bring you love. This is the journey. This is something I don't think you can take anybody with you, especially this unrequited love or this broken heart. Can't go with you. You need, that Temperance card was in reverse. You're turning that right side up. You're finding your balance. You're doing what's necessary for you, regardless of what anybody else thinks, and along the way, she's making friends. She's also, dolphins for me are very love. They're all about love. They're all about, it may be, I'm getting for some of you, it may be that you find love as a result of, standing in your truth, taking this journey, whether this journey is literal or figurative. Okay. So for some of you, you're definitely traveling. Okay. For others of you, you are, it's going to be you just sort of you moving on, okay, from a relationship. And you doing the self-care and doing what's necessary, speaking your truth, standing in your truth, and maybe, some people might be like, oh, well, so-and-so was such a great partner. How could you leave them behind? Or some of you are like, what, I'm okay being single. Okay, because, right now that's what I need to bring back balance, etc. And then for others of you, maybe you've chosen a partner or you will meet a partner who isn't conventional, but guess what? It's your life. So whatever makes you feel good, brings you balance, joy, bliss, okay, happiness. All right. I'm going to take that because it popped out. Okay, so 3 final messages for Sagittarius. Okay, we have this heart. Secret admirer. Someone has deeper feelings for you than they are letting on. Yep. Okay. Very interesting. So I feel like, by you doing the work, I feel like, this confusion, when you come out of it, and you speak your truth and you do what you need to do, and it's not going to be conventional, you're going to realize that there are a lot of people that secretly admire you, which may even translate into a little bit of envy. Okay, but there may be somebody in particular that's like, wow, look at Sagittarius. Didn't know he or she had it in her or him. All right. Acceptance is the key to inner peace. At times we must accept things as they are. There's no point trying to change that which is beyond our control. Yeah, I mean, I think although there is this sense of confusion there, I think you've come to realize what it is you need to do. Okay, and yes, there might be some people who don't like it, who don't agree. There might be some people who are hurt by it. Obviously, we don't condone hurting anybody intentionally, but if it's the best thing for you, you can't live your life according to others. And I think that you've accepted that. And you've accepted what it is you have to do in February. Transformation. Your relationship with one another is about to deepen. Love conquers and transforms all things. Now, for some of you, you might be in committed relationships, and this might be, speaking to your independence or doing something on your own that's going to end up bringing you guys together, okay? Bringing yourself the balance and the healing and the happiness that you need in order to be happy with somebody else, okay? For others of you, this is all about you, you're leaving a relationship behind that didn't serve you, and, and this transformation doesn't speak to you and that other person, but it speaks to your inner transformation. And remember to always come from a place of love, self-love, love with your higher self, and then that's going to raise your vibration, and that's going to manifest the person or the things that you need in your life in order to be happy, right? And yeah, so I'm going to leave it there, Sag. I think this is a pretty awesome energy, and I feel like this is so very Sagittarius, and I think it works so well in this Aquarius season as well, with like detaching and not being conventional, finally letting yourself free and letting, your inner bird to fly free and independently, which is going to bring you love. All right, so I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. Please give this video a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, comment, share, ring that notification bell. And remember, Sagittarius, you guys, I love you so much. Thank you for listening, and I hope you have an absolutely beautiful, beautiful February.